Win the Warriors game?
Whatever game you had it on.
But yeah, well, hopefully they show it on ESPN too then. On here, but they'll show it somewhere. They have to. Alright, we live right now. We live. JB Ball Talk.
JB Ball Talk.
We back.
JB Ball Talk in the house, boy. It's been a minute, but we out here. You already know with the big trades coming through, we had to come through. Luka in LA tonight making the debut.
About time. 77 plus 23 equals 100. You already know it's about to go 100 tonight.
So it's what LeBron said earlier. But
but Luka's about to take over, man. With LeBron's be a good night. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Hopefully marketing don't come in and start doing work. But
yeah, no, we're not really worried about the Jazz. Maybe Jordan Clarkson, the San Antonio product 2-1-0. Hopefully he has a good game. But you know, Luka's obviously been out a while, so you worry about him coming back and kind of pushing himself too hard. He's going to be real amped tonight, I'm sure. Wants to put on a show for the crowd, but he's probably going to pace himself a little bit. Try to get into the game at a slower pace. He doesn't want to hurt himself. I mean, we saw what happened, unfortunately, with Anthony Davis the other night. The Mavs got the full Anthony Davis experience in one game, pretty much, which is unfortunate for those fans. Kind of, they got hit once and then got hit again. Not only was it a terrible trade for them, but obviously Anthony Davis got hurt and he's going to be out for a couple weeks. So tough blow for them. You just got to feel for that team and that franchise. But those owners, that GM, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. So, I mean, even Dirk himself is going to be in LA watching Luka. So it's shit's crazy. But we also got Ty Weezy in here, our resident running back analyst and our resident Laker fans. I've known this man for 20 years, and he's been a Laker fan throughout. And, mostly diehard, definitely. Mostly was because of Kobe, rest in peace. But Ty's always been there, whether the good, the bad. He's either going to talk shit or he's going to talk more shit. So that's my boy Ty, though. So he keep coming through tonight on JB Ball Talk. Ty Weezy in the house. Let's get it, dog.
Welcome in, Ty.
Good, what's good, man? Glad to be back. Ready for this Lakers squad. Sad to see AD go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I love AD on the squad.
Yeah.
I wanted to get him even before before we picked up LeBron. Knew we should have traded for him earlier, but ultimately knew we'd get him. He's been a solid player, one of my favorite since he's come in, even with the Pelicans. Just all around good game when he's on the court, and that's really just been the main issue Lakers fans have had with him, just not being able to be healthy. Like you can be the most dominant down there, but if you ain't on the floor, I mean, you're not really doing much for us. But when he has played, I mean, he's balled out for us, especially in the playoffs. Like he showed up pretty big, a couple times. But when you have a chance to get Luka, it's I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Well, Ty, that's what I was going to ask you. Is that you just touched on it, Anthony Davis. So I said the Mavs got the full Anthony Davis effect because we saw him pretty much be the best player in the world practically for 2.5 quarters or whatever it was, and then he gets hurt and he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. So it's like that's exactly how the Lakers felt for the entire duration of his time in LA, right? I mean, he obviously brought them a championship with LeBron, but pretty much that entire time he was out there and he was glass. Every time he fell, you were hoping that he wasn't going to break. So, what? And you touched on Luka. What is getting Luka, and Ben could touch on this too. But I want to ask you, for this franchise, what does this trade mean? Getting Luka, a 25-year-old NBA superstar. I mean, how do the Lakers keep doing this, bro?
One, it's the Lakers in LA, and there's a lot of players that say, "Oh, I want to go somewhere else and do this, do that, and build up the team." But when it all comes down to it, not a lot of teams have the money first and foremost. But then it's LA. That's where the stars are at. That's one place where the people in the stands actually make more money than the people that they're watching on the floor. Which is crazy. There's pressure, the lights. It's just a place to be if you want to build your basketball brand overall. And being a great young superstar and having that chance is a lot of pressure, but what it could do for him, it opens up the doors just for his basketball brand, worldwide in general. And then you top it off to be able to play with LeBron. I mean, it's even better. You can say what you want about young players, not wanting to play with LeBron and this and that. But at the end of the day, LeBron's gonna give you one of the best shots, to play for a championship. So that's
Even
that.
at
But
40,
also,
even at 40.
yeah, even at 40. But also, I think for the Lakers in the long run, I think Luka, with him being a young superstar and just the immaturities that he had or has, and was able to get away with in Dallas. Being around LeBron's going to show him how to be a professional, how to conduct himself, how to take care of his body, just how to be accountable first and foremost, as a hard worker. Because you can say what you want about the decisions LeBron makes on the court, not always great. He has shot them out of games. He's lost some games for them. But at the end of the day, and when it comes to the off season, just the preparation that he puts in for his body overall, just all of that and how hard he works. I mean that you can't question, and he's the best at that, which is why he's still playing at 40.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Luka's gonna have to learn that, but and all that is true, Ty. What you just said, but I do want to input that Luka didn't ask to go to LA. So all that is true though. That a lot of players do want to go to LA and shine in the bright lights and kind of be legendary in that franchise. And Luka's gonna get his chance now, but he didn't necessarily want to go there. He just kind of got put there. And I think there might be some kind of bigger conspiracy behind this that we're not kind of touching on. But all that what you said was true. But I think there's something bigger going on behind the scenes that we ain't
I
talking
get
about in
that,
this trade, But I'm gonna
but
let Ben speak on it, or
no,
you
but
guys speak on it,
hold
whatever.
on, hold on. Just one more thing though. When I said like everybody wants to play for LA, I mean like as a little kid, or as for somebody an international star
Yeah,
growing up in a different country. Nobody's like, hey, I want to grow up one day and play for the Dallas Mavericks, unless like Dirk was your favorite
I
player or
thought you
something
were gonna
like
say
that.
the Spurs,
It's
but
it's
yeah,
the
you're right.
is I want to play for the Lakers. Like that's that when you're a kid, like coming up and you think about being in the NBA. One of the first teams that's going to come to your head is the Lakers, unless you just grew up a fan of whatever team and they're fucking
Yeah,
they're rivals to the Lakers and stuff like that. But
that's
that's what I
hundred.
meant.
That's
But
100.
Ben, what's your take? What's your take on it? I
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to hear
Man,
what you think about it.
I'm so shocked by it all. Honestly, it threw me for a loop. I wasn't ready for it. Obviously, I was thinking they were gonna rock with the AD squad basically the rest of the season and try to make a run. They were actually looking pretty good. They haven't before AD got hurt and they made the trade. I thought they were looking good with him. So it really threw me for a loop after processing it and thinking about it, and obviously they had, like you said, they had the opportunity. The trade kind of came to them according to the story, with Nico Harrison, coming to Rob Pelinka on the trade. So how is Rob Pelinka gonna say no to a 25-year-old superstar in his prime?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't make sense for him to say no, even though you are giving up a superstar in AD, a little bit older, still in his prime, but a little bit older. Um, so I mean, it was just a tough situation for Rob Pelinka, but he's got to make the best decision. And then now looking at it the way it is right now with him and LeBron being able to pair up, I mean, it's gonna be crazy, man. I mean, they're gonna take a little while to have to get the chemistry, kind of like Kyrie and LeBron in the beginning. I feel like um, in Cleveland, it took them a little while to figure it out. I think it might take Luka and LeBron a little while to figure it out, but I think once they do,
You think so?
they could be deadly.
You think?
Yeah, I
Do you
think it's
think
gonna
it'll
take them.
take as
I still think it's
long
gonna take
with
them a lot.
them two?
No, I still think it'll take a little process. Like I think they might like play good in the beginning, and then they'll have a stretch maybe where they'll play a little bit bad, and they might have to adjust and make a little bit of adjustments. But I think what's really gonna help them is Austin Reeves. Obviously, if he keeps playing good, he's gonna be a big third wheel for them,
Yeah.
scoring wise. But
Yeah, when it comes to basketball, obviously they're two very high IQ players, so I think they'll figure it out. And LeBron is going to be willing to play much more off the ball. I think he's going to, like Ben said, Austin Reeves is going to have his hands on the ball a lot, and then Luka just making plays. And I think you're going to see LeBron be more of a slasher, kind of more in the dunker spot sometimes. Maybe them playing small at times as well, because obviously the Mark Williams trade guys were saying, so they're going to have Dalton Connect back, so they're going to have him in the lineup probably out there for some shooting. So now they're going to have to depend on probably a small ball lineup where they can shoot the ball. Have these three guys out here that can shoot, in Austin Reeves, Luka, and Dalton Connect, and then have LeBron kind of working down low and just kind of outscore people at that point, because it's going to be tough on defense. They don't really have much, and Jackson Haynes, and he's their starter right now, but they don't have much on the front court. They might go small with Rui and LeBron in the front court too. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I think, like Ty just said, I think Luka, and LeBron will figure it out. Obviously, LeBron's going to be wanting to do that. But now at this point, this Lakers organization has shifted gears to this is Luka's team. This is Luka's time to shine. I mean, the next 10, 15 years, this guy is going to be the face of the organization. So they're going to start building around him. So it's going to be interesting when summertime comes, what LeBron decides to do, or what they decide to do as a team. Because I don't think, without them having some interior presence, I'm not sure if this year what it's going to look like competing wise. I mean, unless LeBron and Luka just click and all of a sudden they're going to get things going and they start getting hot. But it's like Ben said, it might be tough sledding for a little bit, just because defensively their hands are going to be tied at some point. So we're going to find out here tonight a little bit, just to kind of watch him play. But I expect Luka to go easy tonight. They're obviously playing the Jazz, so they're not going to have to stress too hard in this one. But I mean, this game could end up being close, obviously, because the Jazz know how hyped they're going to be with Luka's debut here. So the Jazz, obviously, they're an NBA squad. They got some good players. Ben mentioned marketing earlier. I mentioned Jordan Clark. They got some good young players, Colin Sexton, and then also the dude that used to play with Bronny, right? What was his name you're talking about?
Colliard.
Yeah, Isaiah Colliard as well, the rookie. So they got some young players getting some minutes over there that are going to be hungry, and they're going to get these Laker team running. Again, Luka's not the best defender, so expect for him to be attacked on the defensive end. And then we'll see if Jackson Haynes can, hold his own in the back end. But this is going to be interesting. This is going to be fun, Ben. There's a lot of other trades we haven't even talked about as well. The Spurs beat the Wizards earlier. Wizards not very good, but the Spurs did win. De'Aaron Fox and Wemby had a huge game. They each put up 30. They had 60 points together. So that dynamic duo is going to be the future, man.
Dude, I think that's one of the biggest moves in the offseason.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't talking about when
and I'm not. I'm doing those. Like we're not Spurs fans in any way, but Wemby's
that Dallas
obviously. Like there's no doubt in it. But I think getting De'Aaron Fox, I think that kind of gives the Spurs confidence that Wemby will stay a little bit past Popovich leaving. Because that was my biggest thing. Like, what is he still gonna want to be there when Pop leaves, and what is that gonna look like? But
yeah.
With De'Aaron Fox, even though he's young, but he's been in the league, for a minute, coming in so young. He was a one and doneer at UCLA, right?
Yeah. So, Ty, we're gonna get into some game action here. I think if you're watching it, it just started here on ESPN.
It's off.
Yeah, it's on right now. Looks like Luka's going for the board. LeBron got the board, chopped it up, come back the other way. Looks for Luka, cutting in the lane, gets a little floater. Actually, lobs it up to Hayes for a little lob. That's an assist by Luka already right there. Well, it might be two. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that's two easy ones for Hayes, right? So that's where he's going to make his impact in that dunker spot, and he's going to get the easiest lobs he's ever had in his life.
There's Clarkson with the jumper right there.
2-1-0, boys. I say, let's get it.
We got a tie game.
What's y'all's clock time at?
I'm at 10:45 right now. First quarter.
Damn.
Going down. We got Dallas and Sacramento in a tie game right now. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. So we're keeping an eye on that one too as well. We got Collier coming back the other way. Throws the Clarkson on the wing for a three. Luka tries to defend him and he misses it. It's come back the other way. LeBron's going to lob it up to Luka. It's going to be tipped away. by the Jazz. It looks like I don't know if college.
Oh, travel. God damn.
So 2-4 Lakers right now, early in the first, but we're keeping an eye on this.
Where you at?
Did you see that travel?
Where you at?
I'm like 6 seconds behind you guys. Hold on.
Oh, back cut by Rui. He tries to dunk on Collins. I think he might be goaltending.
I'm at 10-21. 10. Yeah.
So like Ben said, we do have a tie game, and actually Dallas is up 2. It looks like, and that's the other team, of course, that we were talking about in this trade. They lost Anthony Davis, but still playing well, playing the Kings tonight. Those guys are going to have something to prove the rest of the season, but it's going to be tough until they get Anthony Davis. Really, I mean, we talked about if Anthony Davis is healthy on that team still looks pretty good, at least for this season, maybe even for next season if they can hold on to, that team that they have. But they got a nice squad with Anthony Davis in there. Great defensively. You got the clutch championship in Kyrie already, so.
Yeah, once they get their chemistry, which is not going to take them long, the big and the small.
Luka, first 3 as a Laker, is short.
Give a lot of pump fakes there on Collar on the rookie, and couldn't get it to go, but had a nice look at it. Collar's going to come back and shoot 3 over. Luka is going to miss. Reeves come back the other way in transition. Has LeBron and Luka on the wing, but he's going to pull it for 3. He's going to brick it. He's going to come back the other way.
Damn, y'all are ahead.
Speaking of clutch, Kyrie takes it to the basket and puts the Mavs up 2 with 15 seconds left, 116, 114.
Oh, there's Kyrie right there.
But yeah, I mean, that's obviously why you have him handling the ball at the end of the games. He's been there one too many times.
Collins is a 3 here.
The smooth Uncle Drew layup.
Take Utah up 8-6. We got Luka here, pick and roll with Haynes. Gives it to Rui in the post. Rui's going to post up on the rookie. He's going to get fouled, so he's going to go to the line here.
And pause here as if they play it again.
Yeah, pause it.
Play some good D. Oh, you want to pause it?
Real quick, you play it. Yeah, I'm 6 seconds in game time. I was 6 seconds behind. You're ruining the game for me.
Is Rui?
Where are you at?
Rui on the free throw line or what?
Hold on. I'm washing my hands real quick.
He said I'm washing my hands real quick. I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure y'all hit that like button. JB Ball Talk.
JB Ball Talk.
Say what's up in the chat. Let us know what's up. Let us know who you got tonight. Let us know. Vote in that poll. If you think Luka's going to drop 40, 50, 60. What you think he's going to drop tonight? His first game is an LA Laker. You know he wants to pop off. I mean, his first game back, though, he's going to be a little rusty. So,
yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Where are y'all at right now?
Where Jazz just inbounded the ball. It's 8-8 here, just under 9 minutes. 5:53, 52, 51, 8:50. John Collins taking to the basket on LeBron. Gets the up and under here layup.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just a couple seconds ahead of you, but that's fine because I'm not doing.
Yeah, so here's where the size factor comes into play because.
Yeah, nobody at the basket
to protect the rim.
Yeah, because they take out Haynes and they put in Finney-Smith, so they're already testing that small ball lineup here.
Reeves for 3
and
though.
I think JJ Redick foresees this. Here's Markkanen attacking Rui, kicks it out to Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson with the corner 3, short. Reeves here on the run. Now with this squad, they're going to have to get the pace going, so they're going to have to be high pace. Luka obviously plays at his own pace. Here's Luka with the step back on Walker Kessler. First 3 as a Laker. 14-10, 8 minutes left here. Big jumper by DeMar DeRozan. Ties it up 116, 116, 3 seconds left. Yeah, just enough time for Kyrie, yeah. Markkanen corner 3. No good. So the Lakers here with this small ball. Obviously, they're getting scrappy here in the beginning.
Yeah, he had the board, but it looks like LeBron hit it off of him. Come back the other way. Luka here.
Doing
his
what
first
Luka
step
does.
back 3. LeBron here now in the post. Going to get some attention. They're going to swing it. Oh, no. He throws it to Rui, but threw it a little too far in the corner there.
Yeah, that's where LeBron's going to do most of his work is try to get in that post and try to play off the drive or the double teams or the help, whatever it may be. Jordan Clarkson going at Austin Reeves, getting in the lane, spins, took a couple extra steps, no call. He wanted the foul, didn't get it. Here's Austin Reeves coming down the left side of the court. Crossover on Collins, pulls up the jumper. He gets the call, though. and he's going to go to the line. Clarkson's got something to say to the refs, but
JV ball talk.
Austin Reeves really good at drawing those fouls. You seen him go off the other day for 45, put his name in a special group when it comes to Laker players scoring 45. We've seen Austin Reeves really elevate his game this season. He was one of those players the Lakers really wanted to hold on to during trade talks and during offseason, so expect him to be, if not a lifelong Laker, he's going to be there for a long time. Maybe him and Luka be a nice little combination in the future for the Lakers. A little bird and bird, you know what I'm saying? But no, and then they got JJ Redick at the helm. He's been a decent coach for him this year. I mean, he's obviously a great basketball mind.
Got a fifth, fourth in the West.
I mean, they've been able to relate and been able to take some direction from him, obviously. So I think the trade just kind of, like Ben said, hit everybody off guard.
He hasn't been afraid to make adjustments. I mean, Max Christie wasn't starting early in the season, and then ends up starting a little later. Got a little spark for them.
Jordan Clarkson gets the foul there, going to the basket. So Mavs and Sacramento, Mavs and Kings here, 116 with 3 seconds left. Oh, it looks like it's probably going to go into overtime here. Yeah, Mavs may have missed. It was Kyrie, though. Oh, Kyrie drives baseline. Looks like, no foul. They just hit it out of bounds.
They call foul there?
A lot of contact there, but it looks like they did get all ball at the top.
Yeah, he did get all ball.
So Kyrie taking his shot, but it looks like this game's gonna go into overtime here.
So we got a little OT. Sacramento versus Dallas, boys. Let's know who you got in that one.
Yeah, we got some other scores up too as well. We're probably gonna show some of the bets, some of the lines, maybe some of the player lines as well. Some of you guys betting out there, hitting those parlays. We'll also show some of this Twitter feed as well. We'll get in the booth.
Are you on video?
Show some highlights.
I don't know, Mark Sanchez. I don't know if I can get that fool in here. He might be down to talk a little bit about the Spurs and that trade. I know he's a big Spurs fan. Be cool to get him his opinion on Fox and everything. I know Justin too. I don't know.
Ben, do y'all got video going?
Huh?
Y'all got video going or two or no? Oh,
you want to be on cam?
Oh, I was just wondering if y'all had, cause I don't see anything on video.
No, I don't have the cam going, but I can stream it on Discord if you want to see it. But
no, it's all good, man. I didn't know.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but you can pull it up on YouTube and give us a view.
Yeah. I'll send it to one of my groups.
Nah, but yeah, what's him call that? I might be able to get Mark in here. I could text him and see.
But yeah, we might be able to get one of our Spurs fans in here and talk a little bit about the Spurs trade. I still think they're still one piece away. I mean, kind of like this Lakers team as you see, but obviously it got them much closer, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of level it takes them to towards the end of the year here. How well Fox and Wemby kind of play, and they have a good little core too. I mean, you still got Vassell there, you still have Keldon Johnson, you still have some of these guys, Sohan. You still have these guys that have been key contributors to their team. Obviously, Stephen Castle, the rookie. So you still got your core there. You didn't have to really give up much. Chris Paul, you got some leadership there, some veteran leadership there. I don't know if he'll be with them beyond this year. But they still have the ability to still get another high-level player that they can pay. They got draft picks they can trade, and they may even be able to draft a high-level player as well, depending on where that Hawks pick lands. I mean, they could end up with a Cooper Flagg. They could end up with a Harper. They could end up with an Ace Bailey probably. One of those guys, they may all hit, and you may end up, I'm not sure if they need another guard at that position, but they're going to be looking to get somebody high in the draft, and if not, they'd be maybe looking to maneuver or move some of those picks for another star player and try to push a little closer. And this is obviously happening extremely fast. It's Wemby's second year, but the Spurs have seen the growth. They're seeing the Wemby window, as I'd like to call it, which is going to be the next 10 years, and they want to start that thing quick. They want to get some other stars on the team. They want to start getting in the playoffs, and they want to start getting him some experience and see how deep they can go with him.
Yep.
So by the time he's 23, 24, 25, he's competing for championships with this Spurs team, and that's how we're going to keep him in San Antonio long term, right? So we may end up seeing, if the Lakers can build around Luka here as the game gets back in, we may end up, I talked to Ty about this the other night, we may end up seeing Spurs and Lakers in the Western Conference Finals like we did in the early 2000s, back to back to back, when we saw those great Kobe, Shaq, and Duncan and Ginobili and Parker teams just going at it. Obviously, it's a way different era, way different teams, but we may see that again here in the future, folks. So game's back on, though, 16-11.
Luka just tried to throw a lob to LeBron, but no miscommunication there. That's what I'm saying. They need to get a little bit of chemistry.
Try to say that name of that city there.
So, I don't know. I'm not gonna
say the name of that city, Ty.
Not even gonna
Where's Luka from?
What city?
Where Luka was from.
Oh, let's see.
LeBron here with the fadeaway jumper in the paint. But what were you saying, Ben?
Nah, I was just saying that he tried to throw LeBron a lob there, but it was just off time. Like, the timing was off. But they're gonna get that down pretty quick.
Oh yeah, that fool's from Ljubljana. Ljubljana.
Ljubljana.
Yeah, you got
Ljubljana.
it.
Slovenia.
I think that's definitely it.
Ljubljana.
LeBron with the little fadeaway on Kessler. Money.
Man, 2 in a row.
So LeBron's feeling it. He's been on a heater as of late. He had that one game off last game when Reeves took over. Lakers on a 12-1 run. The last 250, pretty much last 3 minutes.
I mean, what this man is doing at 40 is just quite ridiculous, bro, with some of the numbers he's putting up. And he looks like he's still got a couple years left. So,
yeah, we'll be
Jordan Clarkson getting in the paint. Nice little floater. Shout out to Wagner High School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a 2-0 representing the Jazz. Okay, so we got Doncic here.
Luka asking for the screen.
Little pick and roll. Rui throws it up to Rui in the paint. Kicks it back out to Finney Smith in the corner for a 3. Pump fake. Gets in the lane. Kicks it out to Luka. Luka drives in the lane. Kicks it out to Rui in the corner for a 3. He's gonna miss it.
Hey Hector, I have a question for you at the next timeout.
Smith's gonna tip it to Doncic for an easy layup.
Luka gets a trash bucket here. And see, the one thing about the small lineup is it does take away that lob threat. It opens up the floor for these guys as far as driving wise, but they don't have a lob threat so much when they drive to the basket. It's more of a drive and kick for a 3.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going to be interesting, because Luka's really good when he has a lob threat. I mean, we've seen it
with Lively and Gary.
Yeah, I mean, he can turn these guys into ultimate stars just by lobbing them the ball. We've seen James Harden do it, and we see Luka do it as well. Yeah. And they got Gabe Vincent coming in the game now here for LeBron. Luka is coming out too as well. So let's see how small they get here, because those two guys, I mean, those are the biggest guys on the court.
This is where where we're gonna lose shit.
You would think they would stagger their minutes. You would think Coach Redick would stagger their minutes, but I guess he's comfortable with the way Reeves is playing. You still got Rui out there. Gabe Vincent has been playing really solid, been hitting 3s. Finney Smith's been scrappy.
Yeah.
You got Vanderbilt back, so I mean they got a nice little squad, even though their top 2 dogs aren't out there.
He is bringing back in some size with Haynes here, though. I mean, the Jazz are getting to the paint. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, but you figure, I mean, they're gonna try to stagger a little bit, but for the most part, they can bring Luka off and just see what they can scrap together for a couple of minutes. If it starts getting ugly, just toss LeBron in there. You know what I mean? At any position they need for the most part. But yeah, I would like to see a little bit more of a spread with them, because we need one of them on the floor.
It is Luka's first game back, so they are trying to probably watch some minutes too right now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, in this other game update, Sacramento's up by 2, 3 minutes left, 120 to 118. Let's see if they can hold on. They got the ball right now with 3 minutes left, so let's see if they can hold on to that in overtime. Oh, Collins with a nasty dunk in transition.
Nasty.
22 to 17. So Utah's making a little run here.
Yeah, and Ty talked about this is where you get in trouble too, right? Without Luka and LeBron on the floor, but you really want to run things through Austin Reeves, and then you got another guy in Gabe Vincent that can at least get his own shot there. So JJ Redick's obviously going to have to,
but stuff like
that there to mark it in for the easy 2. But JJ Redick's going to have to, work with these lineups and figure out what's best, who plays best together, and who kind of complements each other. So. Another team we haven't talked about is the Kings playing the Mavs here. They obviously traded Fox, and they ended up getting Zach LaVine back. I mean,
Reeves with a step back 3. My bad.
Reeves step back. No. Called it out. Reeves step back 3. He's the one they're gonna have to run the offense through. Jordan Clarkson with the
Ugh.
with the three. No good there on the fast break. So here's the Lakers. And we'll touch on the Kings here as they got Zach LaVine, but we got the Lakers here trying to get something going without Luka and LeBron.
Ooh,
Nice pass by
from
Gabe Vincent. Jackson Haynes getting some easy buckets off some of these dimes here. He's going to have to finish, but he's really the only big man that's been on the floor so far for the Lakers. Marketing with the rebound, he gets it to go, and that's where you get in trouble here.
Marketing's like the biggest fool out there.
You can already see, Ty, the size, the lack of size that is for the
Lack of
Lakers
size.
bothering them, even against a team like Utah. It's going to be tough sledding against the rest of the West. We know how stacked it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't imagine what the Anthony Davis would do to this team right now with no interior presence. He's probably be like, y'all can put Jackson Haynes on me?
Oh, there goes Gabe Vincent. Just when I was hyping him up, he hits a deuce, and then he just hits a three right there. So that's what they need off the bench, a little bit of scoring punch.
J.J. Redick must have talked to Gabe Vincent and told him he needs to step his game up a little bit.
So, Hector, question for you.
What's up, man?
Old boy from Brennan. You know his name.
Kingston?
Is he that good? I haven't seen him play. I know you've seen him play in person, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen him play in person. Yeah, he's that good because he's just his size. He's overwhelming size at the guard position.
How big is he? How tall is he? Like
he's probably a good 6'3", pushing 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah, for a point guard too, and I mean he's freaky athletic, bro. So I mean
he can shoot.
He can jump out the building, and yeah, he's got a good shot. He's gonna have to improve that 3-pointer as he grows, but his mid range, he has a really good mid range game, a good little mid range pull up. But he's a good all around player.
One or two?
Huh?
College, would he still be able to run the one, or would you see him transition
I
to
think he
two?
stays at the point guard position. He may end up playing some combo guard early, but I think eventually he stays at that point. And we'll see how many years he stays in college. I think he can go.
Who's looking at him?
He's going to Houston.
Oh shit! Okay.
He already committed to Houston. So, and there's 3 guys in the top 25 that committed to Houston. So they're gonna be pretty badass. But yeah, bro, if you want to come, we're gonna go to a playoff game. And they're probably going to make State, too. State, I think they usually play State at the Alamo Dome. But yeah, we're going to go to a playoff game. They'll be at, Northside Gym or something like that. So if you want to go, I'll let you know. You can bring the fam or whatever, bro.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see a 2-0 product,
Yeah. Hey, and you know who else is good? You know who else is good? Jay, dude. So Jay, obviously Jay, they moved him to a different district. They're not in the North Side district. They play with McCullum and South San and I don't know if they dropped to 5. Maybe they're 5A. I don't know, but or they stayed 5A. These other teams are 6A. But anyways, dude, they're 20-2 or 20-3 or something. They're going off. I don't know if they'll play Brennan in the playoffs, but if they do, I want to go to that game. But they may be in a different division. Different bracket.
Dallas needs to stop here. They're down by 2. It looks like they foul DeRozan.
But yeah, bro, that fool he's that good, man. Look up some of his highlights or
JV Ball Talk.
Well, I'm actually surprised that San Antonio doesn't have a little bit more NBA talent that comes out of here, just with the military presence, all the people from other places from up north, kids that actually played ball for a minute and then came down here and just started schooling people. You know what I mean? I think you'd see a little bit more of it, but
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talent in San Antonio that has gotten overlooked. We know that, but I mean,
Where's Shaq from here?
Yeah, Shaq was from here. He went to Cole.
Yeah, same situation. His military.
Yeah, military. Just what Tyler was talking about. But yeah, we've seen a couple guys, come from this area, but we might get some more here in the future. We got the game back on here.
Yeah, 2:30 left in the first quarter. LeBron's back in the game. He's gonna D it up on George, and gonna make him turn over the ball there. So that was good D. Luka here cheering him on the bench still. LeBron here, gonna post up. 1-on-1. Oh, he drives in the lane, kicks it out. Gabe Vincent for another three. Oh, off the front of the rim. He's going to bounce around. Oh, we got a tip in there, though. Who's that, number 30? That plays for the Lakers. I don't even know who that is. Colliard here, driving in the lane. The rookie taking on Gabe Vincent. He's going to miss it there. Come back the other way. LeBron, transition. Behind the back, is going to drive in the lane here. Kicks it out to Vanderbilt. And bad pass. Ends up going out of bounds. So yeah, we got to turn over here. LeBron trying to force it. Lakers still up 34-21. We got the rookie here, Collier with the point. Passes off to George. Hands it back off. Back and forth they go. George here for a three. It's going to be a moving pick. It's on Kessler. Got a moving screen on Kessler.
Hey, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Hey, tell Hector I'm trying, or if you can send it to me the link for the YouTube stream so I can send it out in some chats.
Yeah, I can send it to you. Let's see.
LeBron here, top of the key, 3-pointer, buckets.
You mean
37-21, man.
Sent you on Discord or what?
Left, so.
Nah, text it to me. If I could text it.
Oh, I don't. Okay. I don't know if I think I have your number. I don't know.
Cause I'm on it, but
yeah, you should be. There should be a share button on there where you can hit share and then copy link.
hold on, I don't.
Deontay George crossing over Haynes, getting into the lane, getting the foul. I like this young kid.
I don't see a share thing. Oh, here we go. I had to answer the little trivia thing. I got it.
You gotta answer the poll question before you can get in the chat. So here's Keontae George here at the line, pushing the Jazz score to 22 here. 37 Lakers, 22 Jazz. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. So Lakers here putting up 40 points in the first quarter here.
Is that Josh? Been a minute since you've been on. Yeah, I know. Why don't you answer the phone call?
What's up, Josh?
JB Ball Talk.
I think he's in the chat.
Here comes LeBron with the no look. Gets it back at the top of the key, getting a pick, but kicks it over to Vincent. Gets it over to Haynes, back to LeBron. Good ball movement here by the Lakers. Back to Vincent. Three-pointers no good. Good hustle here by the Lakers. Saved by the Masked Warrior.
The Masked Warrior. Vanderbilt for a three in the corner.
Nah,
that's not really his shot.
It's not what you want if you're a Lakers fan.
That's not what I want to see. Collier taking the other way. Lobs it up. Ooh. Hayes with nice defense there. LeBron's going to take the other way in transition. He's going to take it all the way.
Oh.
He's going to miss the layup, though. Thought he was fouled, but
LeBron didn't get the foul.
Of course.
LeBron, what the hell is
But
you
Vanderbilt
doing?
comes in and just
make sure he gets the foul on that.
Hulk smashes Kessler there, I guess. I don't know.
Point nine left in the first quarter. So first quarter's about to be up. Probably hop in the booth here. See what's up maybe on the Twitter feed.
LeBron's gonna go. What's that other game?
Make sure you vote in the poll. I don't even know. Wait, where's that?
We're trying to see. Obviously, Dallas and Sacramento were in overtime.
Oh, it's still close.
11 seconds left. Sacramento up 2, 125, 127. So Dallas is getting treated to a good game. Man, those owners over there in Dallas. So what were they thinking, right? What was Nico thinking? They got Max Christie out of the deal, though. He's balling.
It's a plus.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously.
Oh. Clay for a three! Oh, what a shot, man. Let's go. Still a lot of time left, though. 9 seconds.
Clay's
Picks him up
been
one.
big for him this year. Been a lot better this year than he was last year for the Warriors.
Yeah, Clay off the curl for a 3. Let's go.
Good,
nice screen, yeah.
Yeah, good play drawn up there by Jason Kidd. Obviously, you got Kyrie going to the corner as a decoy. Clay comes around that curl screen there at the top of the key, and
yeah, they probably all thought they were going to Kyle now.
Max Christie sells it good there, the inbounder. I mean, I think most teams would think, like you said, Ben, that you'd be going to Kyrie, but you gotta be aware of Clay coming around, just like Steph, right? You would always keep your eye on Steph. Steph would draw attention, and Clay would always find himself open. So, same thing here with the Mavs at the end of game situation. And Jason Kidd's pretty well known for drawing up inbounds plays as well. Pretty good inbounds plays.
Let me ask y'all this: Is there such a thing as too much shooting? Is that why they traded away? Just got too much shooting. I mean, they don't need that. I mean, I guess they got Kyrie and Clay, and then they got some other shooting.
I mean, the thing is that they had the right balance of shooting and big men. They kind of just had.
Well, because they already had Gafford
when they
and
were
Lively.
playing. When they were
bigs.
playing at a high level and everyone's healthy, they were.
Yeah.
They had the right combination. They also traded away Quentin Grimes for Caleb Martin, who's not playing. So here's DeMar DeRozan. He's clutch. He's getting to his spot. Gets the step through. Oh! He stepped through.
He stepped through and put
I don't know if that's a travel in the NBA. Oh, Dinwiddie from half court. Did he get fouled?
What do they call?
What do they call?
They call a charge.
Oh, they call it a charge. Oh, they're trying to say. Oh, I don't know what they're calling here. They called something. The ref blew the whistle, but we don't know what they called. But DeMar DeRozan, bro, obviously tried to get to his spot in the corner, but split through the double team and got a little floater to go. The crafty veteran just making it happen here at the end of the game, Ben. 129-128 Kings here on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dinwiddie did run into somebody here at the end of the game and threw it up at half court. I don't know, the ref called a foul, but they're reviewing it. But here's the replay on DeMar DeRozan. He gets double teamed by Christie and Dinwiddie, but just steps through. And that's a legal move, folks. I mean, you can step through, and as long as that other foot doesn't obviously hit the ground when before you let the ball go, that's illegal in the NBA. Now, if you do that in your rec league game, they may call travel on you. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna try it there. You can, but in the NBA, they letting that shit go.
That was a nice little floater.
See, that kind of looks like a block if they're calling a foul there by Monk, but
yeah, they're gonna review it.
But I don't know if it's a shooting foul. What are they?
Josh said it just started snowing. I guess over there in Colorado.
Oh, nice.
Like an hour ago.
Bro, I was just looking up trails in Glenwood Springs and in Vail because that's where they were talking about going. So
when y'all talking about going this year?
Oh, when did they say? I think
in June.
Yeah, sometime in June, bro. I think I want to say the third week in June or something like that. Middle of June, but they're talking about Glenwood Springs and Vail, like that area.
I don't give a fuck where it's at.
Yeah, I know. It don't really matter where.
It's in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah, it's the best place of Colorado.
It's actually near Baton Rouge.
If you haven't been, folks, go. Kings get the dub, 129-128, an overtime thriller in Dallas. More heartbreak for those Dallas Maverick fans. They're gonna go home crying, or they're probably actually gonna watch this Luka game in the Lakers, and they're gonna tune in.
Yeah, they just want to watch Luka. Luka's still not back in the game yet. It looks like he's icing the calf.
Probably keeping a heating pad,
or something.
Trying to keep it warm. But again, we'll see how much we see out of them, Ben, especially if they get a big lead. But the Jazz kind of chipping away here, 25-37. So chipping away a little bit here, the start of the second. We're going to see. It's going to be interesting what Jason Kidd, what J.J. Redick does with some of these lineups here. I think you're going to see LeBron at the 5 a whole lot, or at least playing, the big guy in a lot of these lineups. Him and Vanderbilt here right now, at least. Here's LeBron, top of key, kicks it back to Austin Reeves, left side of the court, one-on-one with Collier, but Rui's going to sell a little pick He's going to get a little ball pick from Vanderbilt off the glass. Reeves with a nice little touch off the glass.
Reeves
driving.
Nice.
So Reeves, he's been, he's crafty. He hits tough shots. He knows how to draw contact. I mean, he's just all around pro. Here's Keontae George with the short shot. Rui with the rebound, gives it to LeBron, kicks it up to Austin Reeves, dribbling up the right side of the court, kicks it to LeBron, top of the key. Thought about a logo 3, but doesn't take it. Here's LeBron dribbling, gets in the paint as he does. Oh, gets to the basket, but it gets pinned against the glass.
That was close.
But I think they called goaltending there. Tied it. What did you think of that? Was that a block? Was that goaltending? I don't
know.
That looked like a block to me.
Yeah, it might have given LeBron the benefit of the doubt there.
We got Alex in the chat saying, let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
It was a bang, bang. It was close. Have they showed the replay yet?
No, they didn't show the replay. Cut by Collier here. He's going to get the easy layup, 28-41, 10:30 left here. Lakers on the run with the small lineup here. Vanderbilt trying to go baseline. Kicks it over. Who is that number 30? You didn't find out?
I don't even know.
Trying to see who that is.
Look it up real quick.
LeBron here going one-on-one against Kessler. Goes baseline. One-legged shot. Gets it to go. LeBron is ridiculous, bro. He just looked like he out there playing like he's at the park or something. That was funny. Here's LeBron. They're showing the replay. Does his little patent move, his little hezzy on Kessler, and just fades away baseline off 1 foot. LeBron's just nasty with it. 1,269 career games with like 10+ points. Is that
Goodwin? Jordan
Goodwin, okay. That's who I thought it was.
That's we knew that.
John Collins drives in. It looks like he gets fouled by Rui. And this is one thing about these Laker lineups. I mean, these guys, they're just going to get constantly attacked in the paint. And when that happens, not only is your defense scrambling, but you got guys reaching, trying to block balls, drawing body contact. You end up picking up fouls, and then you end up getting some of your key rotation players in foul trouble. And that kind of throws things off, too, as well. So Luka's dad here at Staples Center. Still mad about the trade. Talking shit about Nico sitting next to Dirk there.
Yeah, Dirk saved the game.
Wearing blue.
Dirk, yeah, wearing blue. Supporting his friend Luka there. Here's LeBron driving right side, getting baseline. Posting up here. Trying to work off the double team. Kicks it to Austin Reeves. A bad pass, but Austin Reeves got control of it. Oh, crosses up. John Collins gets over to draw some and he does that. If he doesn't have an open lane, he knows kind of how to control his body and hesitate and just draw contact and get to the line. So you see that from a lot of guys in the NBA now, especially guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You see it a lot from Harden. You see it from Trae Young. You see it from a lot of guys just being able to draw fouls and get to the line. I mean, you get to the line 10, 12 times a game, you're getting an easy 10 points there. You know, if you're a good free throw shooter, obviously. So Austin Reeves hits the first one here, 44-29, just under 10 minutes left.
Can't bail them out. You gotta move your feet, play fucking good D. Can't take a play off with them because they'll catch you out of position and then capitalize. And I mean, it's not so much they're playing bad defense; they're just out of position, got caught off guard.
100%.
They make it way too easy. Because I mean, if you're playing defense the way you should be forcing them to a spot where they take the shot, you just contest, good contest. But at the end of the day, if they make that shot, it's like, all right, I can live with that. But sending them to the line, that's never the right call, especially if they're having a bad night. That gets them back in the rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh, good one. That fool's hustling out there.
Good one, getting scrappy.
God damn.
Nah, that's you're 100% right, Ty, for sure. And
Kobe used to do that all the time. If he was out of rhythm, like that fool would just go into the lane, just start drawing fouls, just so he could get to the line, get a nice little rhythm, see the ball hit the bottom of the net, and then next thing you know, that fool splashes 5 on you at the rope.
A little bit of a chaotic case here, chaotic pace here with the Jazz and Lakers. But Collier gets the easy layup, but Rui with the turnover off the LeBron pass there. Good one here. Throws his mask, gets the ball, gets in the paint, gets the little floater to go. That might have got him going there.
Yeah, he threw off the mask and now he's doing work. I mean, he got the offensive rebound before that little putback.
Threw off the mask, turned into 0-2 Kobe. Let's go. Here comes Collier in the paint, kicks it out to Johnny Juzang. Haven't seen him since UCLA.
Rui with a nice board, gets to LeBron transition. Finney Smith for a transition 3 on the wing, he's gonna miss it. Reeves gets the board though, the long board. Kicks it back to LeBron. Looks like Luka's gonna check back into the game.
Move around. Let's go. Move around.
LeBron goes straight to the ref and just starts complaining.
What they call it? They call it travel on him?
I don't know what they're calling. Luka's coming back in. Haynes is coming back in. LeBron's going to take a breather. So now we get to see a little Reeves and Luka action here. See if these guys can get used to working together. 49-31 here. 7:44 left in the second. So a lot of time left still in this game. Johnny Juzang gets the foul on Austin Reeves there. Reeves kicking it into Haynes. Luka moving off the ball. Going to try to get the ball pick from Haynes here. Gets the pick. Gets the switch from Kessler. Gets to the basket. Kicks it in the corner to Rui. Rui for 3. Got it to go. 52-31.
That vision by Luka.
So again, we didn't expect, much from this Jazz team tonight, but they're not putting much of a fight here. You just see they got a lot of young players. Collier here kicks it over to John Collins, gets the screen by Markkanen. Markkanen really needs to get more touches just like that, but looks like they called a foul before the shot there. So yeah, Luka doing what Luka does, getting to the basket. Nice little one-handed whip pass to the corner there to Rui. He knows where the spots where these guys are going to be. Obviously, Luka, a very high IQ basketball player. He just goes out there and makes plays. It doesn't matter who's out there. He's going to make you look good.
He looks so different in this Lakers jersey.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. He's not going to, I don't know if he's going to look well in yellow, but it's almost like it's a costume. Like it's not even real. But, Luka with the step back on Johnny Juzang. Snatched his ankles but missed the shot. Collier here trying to get in the paint. Bad pass. Lakers on the run here. Austin Reeves and Rui. Bounce pass to Rui. Misses the layup, but he gets fouled by Markkanen, and he's going to go to the line here. 52-31, 6:38 left, and we're going to have a timeout here. I think we can get in the booth here. Maybe show some stuff. Maybe show some of the live bets here, but let's get in the booth and we can show, maybe some highlights from tonight. There's probably some Wemby highlights, probably some highlights out here tonight. Obviously, we had the Super Bowl yesterday. We haven't even touched on football. We haven't been on here in a long time, but there's, a lot of football that's happened. But the Eagles dominating the Chiefs yesterday.
That's pretty cool. Justin Champagny hits a 3 on his twin brother, Julian.
Hey, he just did it. That's funny. That is pretty cool.
Surprised the rest of the team up for that. His own brother.
I wonder if they switch jerseys at halftime.
They do look alike.
Anybody would
When
notice.
I saw that fool Champagny on the Wizards, I was like, wait, did they trade that fool?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's his brother. Or was his brother?
I'm sure even the crowd is just like, that's cool. That's pretty funny, dude. I mean, how dope is that, right?
Yeah, your twin brother playing in the league. Yeah. Like a team.
What they got lip singing? Bunch of lip singing videos or what?
Luka.
Laker Luka.
You ready for Luka?
Not 100 years ever would I have thought. They're kicking people out to say fire Nico. Jazz ownership is so soft, bro. They're over here not letting people in if you're protesting the team or if you have a sign or something that says fire Nico and, whatever. Like, they're not letting those people in. Man, they're so soft, bro. Ty, I don't know if you've seen that, but they let these fans,
It's Utah,
we're fans too, but they let these people say all types of shit to the players' family. I mean, people get kicked out, but we've seen them talk about how they go to Utah, Boston. You know the type of things that they hear. I mean, there were just this year somebody was talking smack to Bradley Beal's family. They kicked out that fan, luckily, but they don't kick out all the fans, and these fans be yelling all type of obscure, obscene things to these players, bro. So it's just funny to me that the GMs, make a terrible trade or whatever, they make a trade that the fans obviously didn't like, and they don't like the heat that's coming down with it. It's like, just take ownership and accountability and agency, and just admit that you made this trade. It might work if Anthony Davis is healthy. It might work, but I mean, just own up to it. And now they're trying to smear Luka, smear the fans, say that there've been threats and like just all that. It's just, man. Just because somebody on Twitter says they're gonna do something, man, that ain't a freaking threat. We already know Twitter is just full of a bunch of idiots, but there's just a lot of funny shit on there too. So.
There's a lot of people talking on there that they're just behind the screen. They're not.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm saying the people in management. I mean, it's just like in corporate America. Like you're not realizing like who's putting the money in your pocket. Like what. You know what I mean? Like it's the fans. They're you trading away who they're coming out to see. Like they're selling out, stadiums to come see Luka. Like that's what they want. Like of course they're gonna be mad. You got to understand they're gonna be pissed off. You just traded away, their future.
Yeah, one dude was like, "I named my dog Luka. What am I supposed to call him? Anthony?" Like, those people there were babies named after Luka. So it's tough for those people, but.
Well, they knew, they could tell, like everybody could tell he's one of the generational type talent. It's not like Wemby. I mean, like, so how you gonna trade that? Like nobody thought you would ever trade that, bro. Like, if anything, he was more likely to walk to go win somewhere else than get traded.
Yeah, like he's a guy that you built. You trade other people away and rip everything up and build around him. Instead of just trading him away. Like it doesn't make any sense. Even though how much money they were gonna have to pay him, he's worth every damn dollar of it.
Yep. Yeah, but that's the thing. They didn't want to pay him that $350 million supermax. I think that's a bigger thing here is that they
didn't trust him. That's why too. After they paid
these billionaires here, they don't really care about the basketball or the fans or anything. They're trying to tap into this casino money. They're trying to tap into this betting money, this gambling money. And they want to bring sports betting and casinos to Texas. And the Mavs and those guys, they might have something to do with that. Or they might have been, playing some sort of card. I don't know. But that's obviously a conversation for a different day. I think Josh would agree with me, and he probably knows more than I do. But there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes I think we don't know that maybe they just didn't want to pay Luka that money because they want some of that money to go towards something else, So... I don't know. We'll see. But Luka kind of getting things done here in the second quarter. He's getting hot. You saw him smiling. Little heat check there. He had a nice little baseline spin move with the sweet jumper. So you're going to start getting in a rhythm here. You're going to start seeing Luka magic in L.A. It's going to be showtime in L.A. here, I think.
Yeah, once he gets the rhythm and gets it going, it's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
But right now, him and Reeves on the floor together. No LeBron.
But let us know in the chat why you think they traded Luka. I mean, is there any reasonable explanation why they would trade Luka Doncic at 25 years old when he could be a franchise builder for the next 10 years? I mean, and you drafted him. Just tell me.
They traded to draft him too.
What is I know, and like they got the better deal in that draft. Like with they traded. Yeah, they drafted Trae Young and they traded him for Luka, obviously. So. I don't know, man. There's just something. There's obviously something bigger out there.
I think a lot of people thought.
Here's Luka driving to the basket, layup,
gets the bucket. I thought a lot of people thought Trae Young was gonna get traded before Luka. At this point in his career,
just craziness, bro. But
yeah, so we're coming back here. Luka with the bucket, Market in here gets in the lane, gets a little deuce, a little hook shot. Doncic's gonna come back. He's gonna give it to Gabe Vincent. They're gonna swing it around. Looks like it's gonna come back to Luka. On the wing against George one-on-one. He's going to hesitate, and he's going to take the three over him. He's going to head off the back rim and bounce off.
Yeah, he's trying to get in a rhythm here, but a lot of these guys here for the Jazz are just, not really guys he's going to, high-level guys he's going to see as far as defenders, so he's going to kind of just do what he wants and just kind of practice on some of these moves and shots. Marketing getting fouled by Rui.
Well, it's the first game back in a while. He's trying to get his rhythm back. Even if he was with Dallas, he would still be trying to get his rhythm back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the team that he's playing. He's not playing, you're not looking at Oklahoma City, Memphis, or some of these top teams in the West as they're showing right now that defensively will really get after you. The Jazz are the Jazz, right? They're kind of limited to the talent they have. But, when it comes to it as far as, still the Luka trade, it's just, so many questions surrounding that whole thing. But the Mavericks are interesting if they can get Anthony Davis back. They're probably actually in a better position than this Lakers team is healthy as far as making a run in the playoffs. The Mavs are still better positioned in that way.
Yeah.
But obviously you look at the next 10 years, you could see the Lakers here be set up for the next 10 plus years if they're able to build around Luka and if he's able to take his conditioning, his body seriously, and really handle all the pressure that comes with LA and being a part of the Lakers, as Ty talked about earlier. So, but here's Luka in the paint, trying to get a little floater, but passes it to Gabe Vincent, gives it to LeBron, kicks it back to Gabe Vincent for three in the corner, and gets it to go. So
buzzard at the shot clock,
61 to 40 here with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Lakers just putting it on the Jazz. Jazz really don't have any answers. Like I said, they're just limited when it comes to what they can do. Jordan Clarkson misses the layup here. LeBron on the break kicks it to Finney-Smith, and he's going to get fouled on the baseline. But how do the Lakers keep doing this? How do they keep getting star players when it comes to, Magic, Kareem, and then they get Kobe in the draft for, because he says he doesn't want to go play in Charlotte. Then Shaq, the Magic are just dumb enough to let him go, and he comes to the Lakers like
AD.
AD, yeah, they picked it.
Yeah,
Pau Gasol. Who did they trade for Pau Gasol, bro? A bag of potato chips and a turkey sandwich? Like, come on, bro. It's crazy, dude. The Lakers somehow just always back themselves into these great deals, and they end up getting star players that are just franchise players for a long period of time. I don't know how they do it, bro, but it might be the NBA ratings. I think Adam Silver wants these NBA ratings to come back, and this could be a ploy, too, to kind of get these ratings going again, So, a lot of people are going to tune in now, at least.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are tuning in this game to see Luka play and stuff. Josh saying there's hella hot springs in multiple fields as well.
We ain't even talked about the Golden State Warriors. They picked up Jimmy Butler. They were obviously scrambling to get a star. There were talks of Kevin Durant, but he didn't want to go there.
We didn't talk about the Bucks getting Kuzma.
The Bucks got Kuzma. We saw them play before this, actually. They played the Warriors before this. The Warriors did win, and the Warriors aren't looking bad with Jimmy, at least in the first couple of games. But obviously Giannis is hurt for the Bucks, so they don't have all their players. Kuzma is going to try to get integrated into that system, see what he can do. He's got that championship experience with the Lakers. Can he help that team elevate to the next level to compete with a Boston, a Cleveland, a New York, who, there's some tough teams in the East, but I think Boston is the cream of the crop, and they're right there. But, the Bucks are trying to make that move, right? The Warriors are pretty far down in the West. Let's just be honest. Them and the Spurs, they're down there with the Spurs too. So they got a lot of work to do if they want to even get in the play-in or get into that playoff spot. Jimmy's obviously going to help them. They got rid of Andrew Wiggins. Jimmy's going to help them, but do they have enough in the front court? I still think, much like the Spurs, they're another superstar, another star away, or some other player away from actually getting to that top tier level. But I don't think teams in the West fear teams like OKC and Houston and Memphis. I don't think the West teams really fear them too much. So I think the Lakers feel, or the Mavericks feel, or the Suns feel, or maybe even the Warriors feel that if they can get into a playoff series with these teams, that maybe they can try to compete with them in a series. But I don't think that's going to be the case, especially a team like OKC. I mean, they are a tough squad, and they are an all-around squad. We're seeing some of the fandom here. Those fans probably got kicked out. The fans were escorted out because they had signs. So they snuck in those signs because they weren't even letting people in with shit like that. So they definitely snuck those in. But
or they just brought the posters and wrote it when
just
they were
weak
in there.
shit, bro. But if it said La Bitch or something, or La Cry or whatever. Like they would let, you know what I'm saying? They would let that shit fly, or they would, if it was something about a player, they probably wouldn't even say anything.
So we're gonna make Jackson Hayes so much money.
That's what I was gonna say too. He might end up turning Jackson Haynes into a player here. Jackson Haynes gonna be out here looking like Derek Lively and shit.
Hey yo.
Oh, Draymond Green usually kicking people there. What's he doing? A little bit of Luka highlights for you here. Game's gonna get back going here. Just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter, 62-40. But going back to the West teams, as far as at the top of the West, you got OKC, Memphis, and Houston. Denver's still kind of floating around. The Lakers are right there too. I think OKC is kind of the top team in the West, at least so far throughout the season. I do think Memphis is pretty scary. They might be a piece away from actually, that championship level, but I think they're a pretty scary team in the West, especially if Ja's healthy and they're running on all cylinders. They're a pretty scary team. I'm not sure who you guys like in the West, but I think OKC, Memphis to me, and then if a team like the Lakers or the Suns can get hot, even Denver, that might be the case too. You might just see one of these teams get hot in the West, but it's hard to see a team from the West really competing with a team like Boston from the East. I mean, maybe OKC,
well, I think
if they're playing at a high level.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why. I mean, I'm not trying to say that Dallas move was good or anything, but that's one of the reasons why they made that move.
That's a team that
is because they're thinking about playing Boston.
They can get Anthony Davis back and get hot. I think Dallas is a team that can make a move for sure.
But they can make a run possibly. But I do like OKC. They're a solid team. They've proven they can. They got to the second round last year, right? They haven't got to the Western Conference Finals. This could be their year. They get to the Western Conference. Wait, did they get to no, they didn't get to the Western Conference Finals. OKC.
No, they lost in the second round.
Because it was the T-Wolves in Dallas in the Western Conference Finals. So, yeah, I think this is their year at least to make it to the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if they'll make it to the finals this year. I mean, I think it depends who they play and match up in the Western Conference Finals, but it's going to be interesting. I still do like this Lakers team if they can possibly pick up maybe a big guy in the buyout market, even if it's just one to get some boards and be a presence out there. Because they need something, man. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for the Lakers to make a run.
Yeah,
with the roster they have now.
I think this year is really. I mean, obviously the move that they made wasn't a move
for right now.
That said, we're trying to win a championship this year because giving up your defensive anchor and your interior presence in Anthony Davis. I mean, you're pretty much saying we're going a different direction, and you're also telling LeBron that too. So, is it going to be? See how far they go this year, and then the offseason, there's a discussion of, okay, we're going to build around Luka, LeBron. Are you going to be one of these pieces, or do you want to go, somewhere else and try to maybe compete for a championship? Because they're gonna need to get a couple of players in the offseason if they want to be at a level to compete.
Well, now that they have Luka too, it's going to attract probably some bigs that want to come play here, and then they know that's what they need. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Any big free agents coming up that wanna hop in. Someone just hop in.
Yeah.
He left.
Yeah. Ty dipped out for a second. He may be back though. Appreciate Ty coming through, speaking about the Lakers for a little bit. So we still on here, 66-47. The Lakers trying to put up 70 points here in the first half. Don't know if we'll be on the full game here. Obviously, the Lakers are going to blow them out. I'm sure Luka, and LeBron may not even play much in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter if the game stays this way. You kind of thought the Jazz may come out and put a little bit more fight into this game, knowing that Luka's debut, got pushed to ESPN. They're getting on national TV. A lot of times the Lakers end up seeing the best game from some of these teams that aren't very good in the NBA, but the Jazz just not hitting shots, not really competing much. I mean, they're trying, but they just don't have much firepower.
That Luka LeBron connection right there. Luka with the assist.
Luka LeBron connection. And it's so funny. We have a short out there talking about Kyrie going to Dallas a couple, just last year, and then making the finals. But we had a short because Ben thought Kyrie was coming to LA.
When they had a chance,
all of a sudden,
it was last trade deadline. They had a chance to trade for him, and they didn't.
Now all of a sudden, you got Luka in LA, which we never would have even imagined in 100 years. You know, and I still, you know, Ben texted me and told me that, and I was like, dude, that's fake. There's no way, bro. Because Justin's always sending you fake trades and shit.
Well, I thought it was fake too when he sent it to me, when he texted me. But then once I looked on, you know, obviously Instagram and saw what was going on, social media popped up. So, and then I was saw it on SportsCenter right after.
Yeah, my reaction was much like everybody else when I got on. I had to check if Shams was hacked or made sure that it was coming from a real account.
The ESPN app was
I heard that
went down for a couple of minutes.
That's what I heard. Yeah, so
so many people were trying to get on it.
I mean, obviously the trade hurt around the world. As Austin Reeves hits a 3, and the Lakers put up 72 here in the first half with Luka. So
another reason why it got so shocking to me, obviously, is because they kept it hush hush for like nobody knew anything was even possible.
There was no rumor. There was nothing.
And these days you usually always hear something.
That's tough to do. That's tough to accomplish, especially
since
they said that these, you know, Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison had a conversation like weeks ago. Apparently,
they said it was a month ago.
That they it actually got brought up, which sounds even like that the GM is even like, what are you? You had a month. You said that out loud. You heard yourself say that out loud to another GM. You saw the look on his face. Like, what the hell are you talking about? And you had a month.
You went home and told your wife and kid.
You went home and slept on that and said, I feel good about what I did today. And coming up
good about
with this trade. I feel good about it. And you had a month to ponder on that and think about how stupid you are, and you still went through with this trade. And it has ultimately backfired at the moment on the Mavs because Anthony Davis got hurt. And as we said, that was the biggest worry, I think, of Mavs fan in this whole ordeal is that, yes, we understand what Anthony Davis can do, but can this man stay healthy at 32, 33 years old and take us to a championship with Kyrie, right?
No, think about this, though. Like, Pelinka, like, if they knew a month, Pelinka was speaking to AD, speaking to this man, like, without saying anything at all. How do you do that?
I mean that's kind of the ugly side of the business, right? I mean, you have to kind of, because you can't go to your star player and say, oh, hey, you know, this GM wants to give me Luka for you. But Anthony Davis, it was funny, he did that interview and they were talking about what they needed at the trade deadline. He's like, we need a big man, and then they shipped him off. He's like, we need a center, and then they're like, here, we're gonna trade you. We don't need no center. We got Jackson Haynes.
That escalated quickly.
Who's the Omni one?
That's Josh.
Is he in the Discord? Oh no, he's in the chat.
Yeah, he's probably
That's good, Josh.
He was talking about Colorado. I think we had Alex Pena with. What's up, Pena?
Yes.
I don't know. Pena was out there.
I told your dad
down in Laredo. A Pena.
Luka with the Dirk fadeaway.
Yeah, that was a nasty fadeaway there on the baseline by Luka. Vintage Luka here. Just, I mean, obviously the Laker fans are gonna love him. It's gonna be quite the journey there down in LA. See what they can do. See what they can do over the next couple years. Let us know what y'all think about this. If you're watching the game, this Lakers, start with Luka here. Looks like the Luka era here. We can say the Luka Austin Reeves era that's going to take over. We'll see what other players they get here in the future. Where's LeBron going to go? Where's Bronny going to go, right? If LeBron leaves, is Bronny going to follow him too as well? So it's always interesting, but going to be a lot of things to talk about.
just wondering who the Lakers are going to try to go after long run down low.
Yeah, they're gonna have to search out a big man.
Cooper Flag.
But you can't imagine they have too much free cap space while they have LeBron there, though.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna have to be, a lower level, mid guy or whatever. I know they were after before Mark Williams. They were after guys like Miles Turner or I think Jalen Duran from the Pistons. So somebody that's some sort of physical screener, rebounder, lob threat that can play the dunker spot. That's obviously gonna be a good defender, and that's why that Mark Williams trade may be a blessing in disguise because Mark Williams is a good young player, but he's more of an offensive guy. He's not much of a defensive guy. He got slower feet. He doesn't really, he did get cooked by 80 not too long ago. I think 80 put like 42 and like 20 on him or something, but he doesn't have the best reaction time when it comes to like defensive reactions and stuff. So he just, it could end up being a good thing for them in the long run. I don't know. He may have helped him offensively. At least he would have helped him in the interior, but they would have depended on him a lot early, and it could have been tough on him. So we'll see. Like Ty said, they're going to pick up somebody here, some big men here. They're going to have to add to this team, but it'll be interesting to see who they get. Wimby and Fox going off together, 31 and 30.
Killed it. 60 points apiece.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be a dynamic duo down here in the 210. We're lucky to have them. De'Aaron Fox, happy to be here. So, see what else. The Spurs still got some cap space too, whether it's a draft pick or somebody else they can grab, man. I don't know. Who do you think they can add to that team that could take them to the next level?
I mean, if they get like a stretch four. Like a solid stretch four, like a solid three.
Yeah, I'm not sure who, are some free agents this next coming year or who they'll have the opportunity to go after. I also heard that they initially were going after Trae Young before, they settled, or not settled, but before they...
Heck is this, bro?
Was she going to break the chair or what?
No, this is that case over already. Oh, they bust out the couch.
That bitch. Oh my gosh, that shit's funny. Fucking fat bitch. Should have called a Uber XXL.
Donovan Mother effing Mitchell. Ooh.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay, Mitch. Donovan Mitchell. See what the Cavs can do. They've been playing really well. They obviously started the season off super good. But are they going to be able to compete with teams like Boston in a 7-game series? I think New York, too, is another team that's going to be really good and going to be a tough out. And then you got, maybe a sneaky team in there like the Bucks. Who knows? East will be interesting. Unless Boston plays at a super high level, then Boston should be able to coast their way through the East into the finals again like they did last year. Just they're just so tough when they're hitting on all cylinders.
Matthews taking the first half well.
Yeah, the Eagles were putting it on the Chiefs, man. That defense came to play last night.
Wow.
Sweat was looking like fucking Von Miller out there. When
go to some of the likes of the bookmarks and see if we have anything here that we can check out. Jamar Chase posted that on Instagram. That's funny. Oh, so Patrick Mahomes is 0-2 with Tom Brady at the Super Bowl, either playing or announcing.
Oh, yeah.
So if Pat Mahomes is Superman, Tom Brady's his kryptonite, bro. They're talking about the Chiefs black magic. Tom Brady got that real voodoo magic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Hubie. Did his last game yesterday. Boy's a legend, man.
Yeah, been around for forever.
Who?
Dude, Hubie Brown.
He's coached or
Dude's like 80-something years old, but he's super sharp.
Played or no? He's like 90. I think he's like 91, bro.
Nah.
I think he's 90, bro.
That's crazy.
That's what I heard.
I think he's in his 80s.
Look it up. I think he's 91.
That's wild, dude. This boy. Shout out to Hubie. Salute. Was that pick 6 from yesterday?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah, they were all talking smack. I seen it. LeBron dapped him up, and he was like, game. And then LeBron came out and said he was like, oh, we didn't do it on purpose.
Always something, bro.
Like, I didn't even see him.
Alright, go down. Oh, that's the commission. Drew Ski in the Spurs gear. That was that game the other night.
Yeah. And what's funny is Emo's in the game and he's
Yeah.
looks like he's on the bench.
He tried to steal the ball, missed it, and then
Yeah, that dunk by himself was pretty nasty.
yeah, there were some highlights the other day in that Spurs Hornets game here. LaMelo hit a ridiculous 3.
Yeah, that right there.
Stupid.
LaMelo. All off balance.
He was actually a dude I was like, man, imagine if they brought him and paired him with Wemby.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean,
that blogging.
can't be mad at De'Aaron Fox, getting De'Aaron Fox, but Ant-Man and Dylan Brooks were getting into it the other night, talking shit. You already know Ant's not going to back down. He's going to talk smack to anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Kendrick Perkins said he was a leader on that Oklahoma City team, and Kevin Durant.
I saw that. That was so stupid.
Looks like Kevin Durant called Cap
So
on
I know
Twitter,
this may
bro.
be a reach, but this comment is probably crazy shit. You know?
And mind you, this is the week that Luka got traded, so that's why Kevin Durant was saying that.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But these guys, I mean, Kendrick Perkins just always saying ridiculous shit.
I don't know why he said. What's funny is I heard him say that live when I was watching it, because he said it like on the pregame, one of the games.
Yeah.
And I heard him say it, and I was just thinking to myself, what is this fool saying? And then like I was thinking, there's like no way he's being serious right now. And then I see this post from Kevin Durant, and now it makes sense.
Unbelievable, bro.
But he was the leader, you know. So
He was leader. Speaking
he
of
thought he was the leader.
Kingston Fleming, he's going to be in the Iverson Classic, so he didn't get picked for the McDonald's All-American game. We were talking about him earlier. We touched on him, which he got robbed. He's the #1 point guard in the nation. He should have been in the McDonald's All-American game. There's not one player from Texas in that game. He should have been in there. But he is going to be in the Iverson Classic. It looks like Carmelo's son is also going to be in that game, but look out for that game because you'll see your boy Kingston Fleming representing San Antonio.
That'll be on TV, right?
So that's another one. It's much like, I think they have other high school invitational games like that as well, but it's another big, obviously, game for the high school students to get invited to. All the top players around the nation. So that'll be good.
Who's that?
Nah,
Oh,
he
he's left.
just dipped out real quick. So we're gonna scroll down here. I got the old school Grizzly jerseys. La Mentor and his La Crackers are about to fuck up the league.
Yeah. Well, they're about to do it. See what's gonna happen.
That's kind of a recap there.
Second, that's how. Oh yeah, all the trades. Pretty much all of them.
I feel bad for Middleton, man. Damn,
Yeah.
poor guy.
I think. Well, I mean, he's in last year's contract or no?
I don't know, man.
I mean, Wiggins too. I don't think he won't make a trade, obviously. But I mean,
Miami's not a bad place to go though.
no, but they're just
Washington.
not really a contender. But
Well, I mean, they're competitive.
this fan broke the news of the Butler trade to the Heat bench mid-game. So,
News travels fast in this day and age. The social media
Look
age.
at that fool's face. What's his name? Baquez or whatever. His face is like on shock.
Now this obviously started the other night with the Luka trade. They kept showing all these players' reactions of the Luka trade on the bench. All these players freaking out over that. Jimmy Butler signing his little 2-year. Bucks team. New look Bucks team.
I mean, they had to do something, I guess, but
City is down bad.
yeah.
Dallas. This dude
Oh, yeah.
somehow owned all the jerseys of the dudes that were all traded.
There's no way this is real. Those are nice jerseys too. I like that Lakers one.
They all got traded for each other. That's pretty funny, dude.
Yeah, those two got traded and they got traded.
See if you can mail it in. The NBA might give you your jersey back. Give you an alternate. I think they do that shit now.
No, you gotta buy it like with a certain, like a year or two.
You could go to the bookmarks.
And have a receipt.
I don't know if the bookmarks. There'd be anything on there.
Are these bookmarks?
It's the table. Alright, so LeBron with 13 in that first half, 6 for 8 field goals, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Luka had 11, 4 for 9 field goals with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. So obviously just another day in the office for these guys, putting up numbers. They're both always on that triple-double watch. Looks like LeBron's a little closer tonight. I doubt either one of them really get there based on the way this game is going. It's just a blowout. So, but we're
72-47. Here comes Luka. Oh! LeBron get the Luka off the curl and throws it up to Hayes. So that's
probably going to see a lot of that.
set play right there. They saw that come from a mile away.
I said, yeah, we're going to run this right at a halftime and get a lob dunk here. Marketing top of the key 3, no good. Struggle continues for the Jazz as the Lakers are about to take a 30-point lead.
Yeah, we'll see how much more Luka we see in this game. Might only be this third quarter. Probably
Yeah,
won't
I
see him
think
in the
these
fourth.
guys probably be out of here after this run here in the third quarter. Bronny's on the bench. We're going to see some of Bronny tonight, though. That's for
I don't
sure.
think he's. I don't think he's
I
gonna
think he's
be
there. He's playing with the G League, on the road with the G League.
Yeah, I think Goodwin took his spot. I don't think.
Goodwin got the chance tonight.
The mask guy.
He was working though.
Nah, he was doing his thing.
Oh, Haynes again, another lob. Nice little
But I don't see.
reverse dunk there with the lob from
Yeah,
LeBron.
I don't see-
So Haynes is just going to get like 10,
Easy
12,
buckets.
14 points on just lobs and easy buckets every game, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Well, all the attention's gonna be on LeBron and Luka, so you already know they're gonna get easy buckets. And that's the thing. They cause so much attention from the defense.
really, I mean, JJ Redick just needs to plug in film of Derek Lively and say, look, this is what you need to do right here.
It's true.
Jordan Clarkson attacks Luka, gets the foul call on Luka there. So it's going to be interesting to see the Lakers here down the stretch. Obviously, when they start playing some of these good teams, and you're going to see them compete and see how they match up with like the OKCs, see how they match up with Memphis, see how they match up with Denver. You know, some of these other teams in the West, even Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, how lucky would we be if we somehow got a Lakers-Dallas playoff series?
I
Like,
mean,
that
it's
would
very
be,
well possible.
that would be insane, but I mean that's looking far ahead, right? But it's going to be interesting. And do they hold their spot, Ben, in the West at the 5th seed? Do they stumble somewhere in the 4th, 5th, 6th, or do they fall into that play-in position to where they may not make the playoffs, right? Luka with the tough drive there,
and the and one.
The and one finish with the little step, the Euro. There's not much that the Jazz really can do here. You're not going to have many answers for Luka as he kind of just plays at his own pace and draws the foul on John Collins there. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Lakers, you know, position themselves in the West, and if they stay there, if they start to get hot and maybe move into the top 4, or do they start to drop into that play-in, and then, you know, from there, all bets are off. You might not even make the playoffs. So it's going to be interesting, though. You know, they have themselves in a good position now, and they looked good with Anthony Davis. But now they've obviously gone in a different direction, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, even when they was hurt towards the end, before they made that trade, they were on a little winning streak, looking nice without him. But obviously they were expecting to get him back. And then with the Luka trade, kind of threw everything off for a loop. But obviously, like you said, they're in good position right now in the 5th spot, pretty much fighting for that 4th and 3rd spot. They're pretty close in the standings right now. So if they keep winning, and they have Utah right now, I think they play Utah again on Wednesday, so that should be another W for them as long as they take care of business. And then going from there, if they can keep this momentum going, they can maybe get a home court playoff game or series first round.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a chance of that. We'll see.
As long as they get that 4th seed.
I haven't seen what their schedule looks like here coming up after All-Star breaks. That's kind of when things get ramped up. Teams start, really pushing towards the playoff after All-Star break. See a lot of these star players get ramped up. So what's their schedule look like? Can they just beat the teams that they need to beat as Jordan Clarkson pulls up for a 3 top of the key? Lakers still up 79-54. Horrible pass. LeBron throws it away here. But, where are they going to position themselves? It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to finish this season, what their schedule looks like, because they're going to need to beat teams that are inferior to them, like the Jazz, so that they can stay positioned somewhere in that top 6 seed to at least stay in the playoffs. Yep. But it'll be interesting to see. So Jazz here get another bucket, 56-79. Trying to cut it back to 20 here. LeBron, though, says, no, we ain't having none of that. He's going to push it back up, 82-56. Just a casual jumper as LeBron's putting 16 tonight. Slight work here for LeBron.
I don't know how much Luka has right now, but I don't think he has that much. I know
he had 16. He had 13 or 11 at halftime. So
yeah,
I think he's up to about 15, 14. His over/under was, I think, like 27. And based on the way this game is going, I don't think he's going to even get enough shots to get there because I don't see them playing past this 3rd quarter, Ben.
Josh said Coach Prime will be the Cowboys coach in the year or 2.
I thought he was going to. They might offer him the job this year, but good old Brian Schottenheimer,
Schottenheimer.
Talk Jerry. Hey, one thing we did find out is Jerry Jones isn't the worst owner in Dallas anymore, though. I mean, you saw what the Mavs did. I mean,
yeah.
If anything could have happened, that was the best for Jerry Jones. Got all the attention off of him and said, hey, look how stupid those dudes are across the street. You think I'm dumb? Here, hold my beard.
Hold my beard.
Man.
They're supposed to trade Dak, not Luka.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, they're supposed to trade Dak, not Luka. So they mixed up the stars they wanted to trade. But they're talking about Parsons too. I mean, the Cowboys now have to shift and worry about how they're going to keep Parsons. Are they going to pay him or trade him? Try to get a haul for him or what? But
that's true.
They're going to have to see what they're going to do about that. But anyways, I don't want to fucking talk about the Cowboys. Fuck them. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know why Josh brought that up.
Nah, yeah, Coach Prime.
But
that would be. I mean, we'll see where his son may end up going to New York. Yeah, so who knows? But I think Cam Ward's going number 1 for sure to Tennessee. I think he can be good in the NFL. I think he's got a shot.
All right, so Lakers up 82-56, dominating here in this game like we thought they would. Luka, his first game as a Laker. Let us know what you think in the chat. Looks like the poll we got going. Looks like people got him scoring from 25 to 30. I had that as the lowest because I really thought that he would at least get 25. Right now he's at 16. He has a chance. Still 7 minutes left in the 3rd, but he might not play most of the 4th because they have such a big lead right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. He's in the game right now. Collier driving the lane. Oh, takes it to Luka. Looks like he got an elbow to the face there. They're going to call offensive foul on the rookie. He kind of just threw his elbow into him.
Yeah, they definitely don't want any of these guys to get hurt. So I think.
Yeah, I don't think
JJ Redick sees that. He's thinking.
Yeah.
He wants them to get in a rhythm, though. He does want them. And this actually is a game where you're not necessarily being challenged, but you can try to get in a rhythm and kind of see how you can play off of each other and what the other one's tendencies are like. The only thing about a game like this, blowing out a team, is that sometimes you can develop bad habits. They can think that they may be able to do this against a better team, and it may not fly.
Yes.
So you got to be careful about that too. Obviously,
crappy turnovers.
obviously they're high IQ players, so they're gonna
That's
figure it
what it
out.
is.
But you don't want to build bad habits against bad teams, and then you play good teams, and all of a sudden you think something's gonna work, but that doesn't work against a good team.
And
So
that's usually the problem that they have. They'll, they can push the floor, they'll get out, they'll get buckets, but they give up so many easy buckets.
That's crazy.
Against a good team, they make you pay.
yeah, 100% Ty. We saw the Jazz even doing it at the beginning of the game, getting to the basket, getting some easy buckets, but against a team who's going to be able to hit shots and get inside, it's going to be a
The
lot
Nuggets.
tougher. Yeah, it's going to be a lot tougher for them to even get on the break and get some of these easy buckets because those other teams are actually going to execute, and they're going to be taking the ball from underneath their basket, not off of rebounds and turnovers. So it's a different game when you play these other high level teams. So we'll see as the season continues. But we're going to get back in the booth here as we get a commercial here. Lakers still with a very, very comfortable lead here in the third quarter. Obviously playing the Utah Jazz tonight, but wanted to hop on for Luka's first game. I know Ben was excited. I know we're all excited. Ty's excited. All the Laker fans excited for this new era coming to town in Lakerville, USA.
Mm-hmm.
Now Holly Luka over there in LA. No more fires. They got the fires contained. Shout out to all those people. Hope they're doing okay. But now you got Luka and his flamethrower coming through to LA. He's gonna heat up that arena there. Give a shout out to Dirk. But gonna be interesting, man. Gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
whoa there.
It's a big move in the NBA, not just for the Lakers, but just the NBA in general. Like you said, the ratings.
Yeah, ratings were down.
It's gonna change the ratings for sure.
I mean,
I think more people were excited about this game than the Super Bowl, even though they're throwing them out.
Well,
Just like the Super Bowl is a blowout.
That's the thing. We're talking a lot about these trades and the players, but then we're watching the game and it's a freaking 30-point blowout, and that's exactly why the ratings have been down. I mean, a lot of these games are just not competitive, especially in the regular season. These teams are just kind of coasting, a lot of the good teams, and then you got the bad teams who just understand that they're bad and they're setting themselves up for draft position, and just you see non-competitive games, you see dudes jacking up a bunch of threes. It's a different game. Obviously, it's not always the most entertaining, but when we get to the playoffs and we see some of these good teams go head to head and we see these superstars go head to head, that's when really it kind of basketball fans are like, okay, inject this into my veins, right? But during the season, we can see some lulls, we can see some slow games, we can see some slow pace, some blowouts, and just some non-entertaining games, quite honestly, at some point. So, and this game is a perfect example. We're watching it because of Luka, but it's a freaking 30-point blowout against the Jazz, and these are it's a professional basketball league. We should be having more competitive games on a nightly basis, right? But the regular season just it doesn't allow that because these players they know they coast. After the All-Star break, we're going to start getting a little bit more competitive here, but early in the season, man, it's a tough product to watch at times. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to sit around the coffee table or the bar or wherever you're at and kind of talk with the boys and shoot the shit about basketball and trades and who's doing what. But we need some of these exciting. We need to get the regular season competitive again. But I don't know. Maybe it's always been like this. Maybe I'm just being get off my lawn. But I don't know.
Nah, man. Nah, back in the day, I mean, even when like Powell and Kobe, had their back to back. I mean, it wasn't. You didn't just. I mean, we knew Kobe was gonna win it just because we know basketball. But I mean, at the end of the day, they still had some hard teams to go through, and a lot of it was still a toss up. I think it was better before. I'd say probably before LeBron went to Miami. Like during that time, like that stretch, like 8 to 10 years, like it was nice. Like you really didn't know who was gonna go.
Yeah, that was there was a good time period there in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Mid 2000s.
Yeah, mid 2000s. And then even to the 2010s, it was a pretty. That was probably the highest peak for basketball beyond the Jordan years, right? As far as this era, but the game's changed. I think we see a lot more skill now. Like these guys have a lot more skill, a lot more
Yeah.
athleticism, just because there's just been so much modern, development in everything, right? All around, whether it's player development or training or strength training, stuff like that. So we've seen a lot of development. So we see better athletes, we see better talent, we see better one-on-one ability, but what I'm kind of seeing is the IQ's down a little bit, the execution. Sometimes these players aren't fully developed, even fundamentally, to get into the game and do certain things that like old school players used to do and get buckets. But it's more spread out. It's more threes and layups. The mid range is kind of out of the game. Select few players really are elite in the mid range and can actually shoot the mid range. So it's just it's just a different style game, and you want to blame it on Steph Curry sometimes and the Warriors shooting all these threes, and it kind of just revolutionized the game in a way that spread look, and it started even before them too, but that spread look, I mean, even the '07 Warriors, you remember them, the We Believe Warriors, when they beat Dallas, they were kind of started that too, that small ball. They were doing it back then too, that small ball look, and now you look at the future now, and that's all it is. But
Mike D'Antoni's kind of one.
yeah, Mike D'Antoni with the Suns too, 100%, Ben. That's spot on,
He
dude.
was the Rockets too.
Yeah, he did it with he started with the Phoenix Suns and Nash in that group, and never got to a championship or a finals, but we saw how good they could be, and we saw that that kind of small ball look could be the future of the game, and that's kind of what we've seen even further. So it's different. It's different. Some would say it's better. Some would say it's worse. I think it's just to each their own. But I think for us and the generation we would definitely say, like you said, Ty, that period of time, that late '90s, early 2000s. I mean, there's nothing that was for us. That was just peak basketball. At least for our generation and for our era.
Yeah, it was just it goes back. Also, it was nice at that time, and I mean, even I guess when Kobe and Shaq were playing, there was one season out of that three-peat where I mean we knew the Lakers were going to win. That was when they got the second one, and pretty much walked through the playoffs. But the other two, I mean, look, it took the Kings 7 games. It was just like that was just even though now looking back at it, it's like, oh man, those teams dominated that little stretch while they were playing. They weren't just like head and shoulder, dominating every single team they came across, every single matchup in the playoffs, every series. They were good back and forth brawls. Some come down to game 7. Big switches, big sways and momentum. Like it was a lot of times it was a toss up, and that was fun basketball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of back then was still too. The game was going through the post. I mean, the game was going inside out. You got guys like Shaq, Duncan, back in the day. Olajuwon, which was a little bit before their time. But I mean, you go back in time and look around that era, and the big man post up game was still existent. Now it's far few in between, right? You got Joker, Embiid, guys like that. But now you see more wing players posting up, whether it's LeBron, Giannis. Even comes down to Kawhi, Harden. Doing more of like Kobe used to do later in his career, as far as posting up on the wing and at the elbow. And you're seeing a lot more of that, as opposed to dominant big men that are coming in and them playing through those big men. It's not something that's necessarily, a recipe for success. It worked for Denver, for Joker, but Joker's obviously, even him, he stretches out. They're playing him at the top of the key and allowing him to make plays. And like Ben said, he's a freak. I mean, the dude's got vision like Steve Nash, but he can also score like he's freaking, Tim Duncan. And it's just, and then he also can rebound the ball, and he can play through him. He's got a point guard mindset in a big man's body, and it's just his IQ level is just off the charts. So, he's obviously rare, one of a kind, but we're not seeing those dominant big men anymore, and I don't think we're gonna see much of that anymore. It's just not how kids are being raised, even, right? Like if you're a big man, they tell you now you have to be able to shoot the ball. If you can't shoot the ball, like, you might not even make it at this point,
Yeah.
right? Like, unless you're just extremely dominant inside to where you can be like a dunker or lob threat. Like, that's the only option, right? Either you're a big man that stretches the floor, or you're a big man that slashes, sets screens, and gets alley-oops and hits the dunker spot. So there's two types of big man. But I think it's analytics really that kind of fucked up the game, man, with the, the three-pointers and the layups and just, all this. It has to tie in with social media too. Just all these analytics and people coming through thinking that have never played the game really come in and saying, oh, this is the way it needs to be played. This is how you do it. This is the recipe for success. When it's like, man, just the players on the court are going to decide that shit, And that's why I love playoff basketball too, because when you get to the end of playoff basketball, when you get to Western Conference Finals, the finals, you still see some of that old school basketball because they let them play physical. They get down. They really, it comes down. Everybody knows everybody's plays. Everybody knows everybody's tendencies. Nobody's healthy. So it really comes down to like grit, execution, and, star players to see who's going to come through in the clutch. And that's why I think we love the playoffs so much, because you still get some of that old school basketball in the 90s, early 2000s feel with, the physicality and, the stars making plays and the excitement there. But I think you really just, until the playoff comes, you don't really see much of that, or in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what really sucks about it, because a lot of people really don't care to watch during the regular season, because it's just, a lot of times trash basketball. You got superstars sitting out fucking games. Is you really don't get the real look now, really, until the playoffs. Really, that play in.
yeah, and honestly, they make it hard for regular folk to watch basketball, bro. Like, the league pass is expensive. You don't even get your own team's city's games in the league pass.
Yeah, like that right there. Fucking blows
they
my
don't
mind.
show the actual teams with good records on TV. They're showing, the teams that are going to give them views or whatever, whether it's the Lakers or the Suns or the teams that aren't that good, the Warriors. But they're not putting the OKCs, the Memphis. They're not putting those guys on TV, and it's like those are the best teams in your league right now, But not a lot of people are going to know those players, so they have it messed up in that way too, where they're not showing their best product all the time on national TV. You make it hard for people to buy a league pass. You make it hard for people to watch their own home team games. You got to stream 3 different streaming services to make sure you can watch these games, whether it's Amazon or Disney or whatever the hell. It's like, come on, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, we should just be able to watch NBA basketball.
Yeah.
So.
Good NBA basketball with that.
I mean, good thing we got, apps like Twitter, I guess, so we can keep up to date and see real-time highlights. But, I mean, unless you got Stream East or something like my boy Ben over here, you ain't going to get all the games.
What's that?
I don't know what the hell that is. I just made that up.
What are you talking about?
We're comedians.
Never heard of it.
Feels good to be back.
So, we got a real barn burner here. The Jazz came back. It's 95-69. The Jazz cut it to 26. Coming back.
Ooh, coming back.
It looks like LeBron and Luka are out, and I think they might be done for the night, Ben.
I think so too. I would be if I was them.
Yeah, we might be done here pretty soon too, but we appreciate anybody who did tune in tonight, hanging with us.
JB Ball
I think,
Talk.
now with all this exciting news in the NBA, all these trades, I think playoff time coming. I think we're gonna see some exciting matchups, and maybe we'll be lucky enough to get a Dallas Lakers playoff series. And
well, we are gonna see that game coming up later this month. Dallas and Lakers,
yeah, we will. Well, Anthony Davis probably won't be playing, but
yeah, he probably won't play. But we'll try to string that one because Luka's gonna probably want to go off against his old team. But yeah, and then All Stars coming up this weekend too. I think.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll see what's up with the dunk contest.
So we'll see what's up Saturday.
Mac McClung again.
They're gonna have dunk contest. I know Castle's gonna be in it.
Castle.
Representing the Spurs, so that would be cool. And as far as Sunday for the actual All-Star, I mean, I don't know if we'll stream that because it's going to be like 4 different teams or whatever, and they all play each other. It's going to be that.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah,
I don't care about that.
crazy.
You know what actually will probably be more exciting is the rookie-sophomore games.
That's on Friday.
That's
on Friday.
I think they do it Friday night, but they actually compete a little bit harder in those games.
That's going to be
And I think
the
Wimby
celebrity
will
game.
actually be playing in those games, and Stephen Castle, and then
He's
of course,
a sophomore, right?
you know, there's a lot of good rookies this year, and second-year players as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but that'll be pretty fun. You know, I think the dunk contest. Hopefully, we can get some creativity and some good stuff coming from these guys. I got a couple rookies in there, but I think Stephen Castle. I mean, he's an in-game dunker, but we'll see. He's got some hops, man. Maybe he can come up with something creative. I mean, I think Mac McClung will probably have something special for us. Obviously, he's a regular participant in the dunk contest.
Yeah,
You know,
I think he's going for the 3P, isn't he?
NBA's got to bring him out once a year to kind of get the ratings up in the dunk contest.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he is going for the 3P because he won last year and the year before.
Yeah, he's going for the 3P. And then look out the celebrity game. You're going to see Kai Cenat and Drewski. Probably some of all those clowns in there. Those guys.
Hopefully Kevin Hart's not on there.
Yeah, I don't know. There's going to be a bunch of funny dudes in there, I'm sure. So
Ooh, LeBron's still in the game.
See how
Bob's up to
entertaining
Hayes.
that will be.
100. They got 100 points. So LeBron and Luka's numbers add up to 100. They got 100 points right now in the third quarter with a minute left still.
Surprisingly, LeBron James still in the game. 22, 7, and 8 for LeBron. So
Yeah, up by 27.
JJ Redick said, "You 40, but we up 30. We need you out there."
Yeah, they're gonna probably keep him in maybe the rest of this quarter, and they'll probably
Yeah,
bench
he's
him the rest
probably
of the
done,
fourth, I'm
so.
sure. But yeah, it looks like Luka's probably done for the night. They just had to get him going, get his feet wet. But I'm sure he'll play more Wednesday against the same Utah team. Maybe then he'll drop his little 40 bomb or something, get going. But it don't matter. Eventually, he's gonna drop a 40 or 50 piece. It might be against the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, he's got to get
But-
ramped up. But hopefully, you didn't take the over on his points tonight, because
Yeah,
that shit ain't happening.
I don't think many people did just because this was his first game back. It would be kind of crazy to take the over on that, but
We're hoping to get Josh on here next time. We do have some live bets up right now. We didn't really get to them, but we want to get Josh on here next time, hopefully soon. And he can kind of explain all these bets on here and go over some, and even maybe pick a couple that some of these people out here in the chat can look out for. But yeah, we're gonna have this DraftKings board up. We got another little booth
tomorrow
division here that we can go to, and so you can see tomorrow's games.
we got the lines for the Malls games, yeah.
Yeah, you can even see some of there. You
But
got
then
you
we
got
got
live
the Dallas,
lines.
we got the Dallas and Mavericks game already.
They already got the
lineup,
line
and
there.
and that's for the 25th.
I got the Lakers -6 in LA there with no Anthony Davis most
Yeah,
likely. So
Yeah, it's in LA.
it's going to be coming up pretty quickly, but that'll be interesting. I mean, it'll be in LA, so it's not going to be too much of a, Luka obviously playing his old team, but it's not. There's nobody coming back from Max Christie, Max Christie come out.
They should have
Put up like 25
They
on
should
him
have
or
a
something.
tribute video for that guy.
for his 1 year, his 1.5 year, they put a tribute video for Max Christie.
Get a
Tribute.
bro. They didn't give one for Paul George in Indiana, but they give one for him. Why not? Nah, they won't do that. What a pass by LeBron right there. All right.
LeBron just on another level, man. But
We appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Yo, Josh, shout out to you.
yeah,
Shout out to Justin, Mark, you popped in. Anybody else out there?
yeah, we appreciate y'all coming through. It's been a minute, but
Make sure y'all join the Discord if you want. It's in the bio. If you
Yeah.
hop in the Discord, you'll be able to see when we're gonna ahead of time when we're gonna stream. I try to post the thumbnail ahead of time. So if you're subscribed to, we're gonna get the membership stuff going soon. I'm trying to work on that, and we might even have some perks with that. And the membership's only like 99 cents to join, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Let's see here. Josh said it would be -8 by game time or more. He's talking about that Lakers
yeah,
Mavs game. Yeah, you're probably right on that. Yeah, Josh, we'll definitely go over those bets more next time we stream. like the over-unders and all that. Talk about some of those, which ones you like, which ones you don't like. Give some people some options. And, yeah, get into the betting more.
Yeah, we'll start talking about that, trying to make some bets before the games, maybe get, people involved. But yeah, like Ben said, look out for some of that stuff. Try to get on for some of these Lakers games, see what's popping here at the end of the season after the All-Star break here.
Yeah, I do want to get on some Spurs games too. Maybe when they play prime time or something, play a good team, and we know when me and Fox are playing, obviously. Try to get a good matchup with them. Like do a Spurs game, and then obviously maybe do some more Lakers. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what's up with this next weekend with the dunk contest. Other than that, we'll try to stream again soon. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah, everybody that came through, man, check out the shorts. Shout out to Ty coming through. I don't know if Ty's still on here, but shout out to Ty being on with us.
Jason.
Ty, you got any last words before we get out of here?
Ball up.
Yeah, shout out everyone watching. Shout out my daughter's club volleyball team, 13 and under Impact. They killing it out there. They got their next tournament in a couple of weeks, so all the support there is appreciated.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, send me that schedule, bro, so we can get out there, man.
Heck yeah.
Definitely. But we appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to Chandler. Shout out to Derpy, some dudes that have joined us in the past. Shout out to Josh, Ty, Mark. We'll get some other homies in here as well to chop things up. But
yeah,
you got the OGs in the house with Ty, Ben, myself, and of course Josh coming through. You're always gonna have us in the house, just chopping it up, man. So we're looking forward to the end of this season. Looking forward to 2025. Many blessings to all of you out there. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to JK and B and Winston. You already know, baby. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ball up, son.
Let's do this. Ball up. So
yeah, ball up, yo.
To everyone.
Yeah, have a good night, Josh. See you later. He said sounds good. See you guys. Much love later. Yeah, well, I'll holler at you, Josh, later. We'll talk soon. But yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Ball up. Have a good night. Peace.